All right, welcome back. So Improv 2, this is going to be the final talk about improvisation for the beginner level. So up until this point, we've been doing one chord vamps. You've been playing a C major jam track, and you've been playing C major up and down the neck. You've been really getting to know your pentatonics. At this point, you know them. You really, really know them. You understand them. You understand the little spots in each box that you really, really like, that really sound good, and that you found little melodies for major and for minor. So what about progressions? We spent so much time talking about our 1-4-5 progression, our 1-6-2-5 progression. How do we solo over those? Well, there's a couple approaches. What we want to do is combine all the elements that we've learned so far. So we have our octave shapes, right? We've had our chord shapes, obviously. Then we have our pentatonic scale shapes, and then our arpeggios. So what we want to do is combine our knowledge of all three and apply them to come up with, to improvise and to come up with things over these tracks, to try to really say something. So you have two basic choices to begin with. The first one is to pick a key center approach, saying if I'm doing a 1-4-5 in C major, I can play C major over the whole thing and it's going to work. Why? Because C's home base, C is the resolution of all musical tension, so I can play C. And of course, you can. But if I play a C major pentatonic, lick, right? If I play a C major pentatonic lick, and if I say, okay, I'm playing a 1-4-5 over C, but all you hear is, you're going to say, okay, well, I hear the 1, but where's the 4? Where's the 5, right? So what do you want to do as an improviser? You want to play, again, you want to spell out the chords that you're playing over. You want to play in context. You want to outline the changes. So for in C major, for example, we have our 1 is C, our 4 is F, and our 5 is G. You want to be able to hear the changes in your lead playing without even having the context over it, because it's so obvious. Because when you change your pattern number, you change the chord you're playing over, you change that implication, because you're playing about those new roots, you've changed your pattern, and you're playing those chord tones, which spell out those roots, especially if you throw in some arpeggios, because arpeggios are when you play a chord just in scale form. You're only playing those chord tones. So I'm not going to play a jam track first. I'm just going to play and using exactly what we've talked about, and you'll be able to hear the different chords that I'm playing over. So here's our 1, our C. And F. And G. So even though I wasn't playing a 1-4-5 jam track, it was very obvious that I was playing a C, and then an F, and then a G, because I combined playing the chords, playing the arpeggio, and playing the pentatonic scale that goes with each one of those. So you really outline the chord. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a loop of the same 3 chords, and then I'm going to solo over them. I'm going to go up and down the neck, applying my pentatonic scale shapes, my chord shapes, and my arpeggios to try to make something that is uniquely my own. So when you post a video, I don't want to see you trying to copy exactly what I'm doing. I just want to see you going up and down the neck, playing over changes. So let's start with our C, 1-4-5. So C, F, and G. New to this damn thing. All right. C, F, and G. right, so we got our loop going. So for each chord, I'm going to change my pentatonic scales, my arpeggios, to try to match and say something about the roots, the tonics of each one of those chords. All right, so here it comes around. There you go. So now let's do the same thing in minor. So I'm going to do a minor 1-4-5 now. So let's do A minor, D minor, and E minor. Still good? All right. Minor 1-4-5. Create a little jam track of A minor, D minor, and E minor. All right, so here we go. Same basic thing. Over A's, I'm going to be focusing on my A minor pentatonic scale, saying something about A. On D, I say something about the D's, thinking of my D minor pentatonic scales. Same thing with E. I'm going to be thinking E, my E minor pentatonic scales. So I'm going to start with A right here. Here's D. Here's E. Let's take the whole neck. There you go. So that's what I want to hear you do. When you change to a different chord, you change to that corresponding pentatonic scale. You do the arpeggio of that chord, maybe hit some chord tones, mess around in there. What I want you to do at the end of this level, I want you to be able to look at the whole neck as the change you're playing over. So when the context changes to D minor or B flat major or whatever, I want you to immediately see the whole neck. Bam. The whole thing is that. The whole thing is A minor, B flat major, whatever it is. You see all 5 patterns. You see it repeat. You see the octave shapes. You see the chord shapes. You see the scale shapes and the arpeggios. And it's up to you now to figure out your own vocabulary, to say something with all of that. I'm very excited to see what you come up with. Good luck.